Welcome back to SimScape, Episode 3. So, today is not exactly the vibe we were going for. We are here in Nordhaven at the Konst Modern Museum on a school trip, and honestly, Tabitha needed this quiet little art break more than anyone. So, a few days ago, and brace yourselves, she checked the cheer team results board at school and, yeah, her name was not there. At all, not even a little bit, and she absolutely broke down in tears in the basement hallway. But here's where things got unexpectedly wholesome. Chance, Carrie's brother, happened to walk by and see her, and he was actually really sweet about it. He didn't make it awkward, he didn't tease her, he just stopped, sat down, and gave her this really gentle pep talk. He told her, hey, not making the team doesn't mean you're not good enough. It just means this wasn't your moment yet. You've got so much potential, Tabitha. And honestly, that hit her right in the feelings. Then he gave her this warm, grounding hug, the kind that makes you stop shaking for a second, and she finally started to breathe again. So as soon as Cameron starts speaking to her, you can see the shift in her. It's that tiny spark of confidence coming back online. And honestly, Cameron just has that effect on her. He doesn't even have to say anything. His presence alone reminds her that one bad moment doesn't define her. You can see her mood lift. She just feels good around him, and it shows. She speaks to Chance to thank him for the other day. She tells him, it means a lot to me that you make time for me. Chance just smiles and tells her he's glad she's feeling better. You can see how much those little moments of support matter to her. That's how her confidence is growing. One gentle, consistent act of support at a time.
Come on.
So after her little internal pep talk, Tabitha is actually starting to feel her confidence come back. She's in the pottery lecture now, which comes right after the gallery walkthrough. And honestly, it's kind of adorable watching her try to focus. The instructor is up front talking about clay composition, firing temperatures, and how ancient Nordhaven potters used to carve stories into their work. Meanwhile, Tabitha is sitting there nodding like she's taking it all in, but you can tell she's also just enjoying the calm. The instructor starts explaining how pottery isn't about perfection, it's about shaping something slowly, patiently, and letting mistakes become part of the final piece. And you can see that hit her. Like, yeah, maybe she's allowed to be a work in progress too. So she's sitting there, listening, breathing, letting herself reset. And honestly, this class is doing more for her than any pep talk ever could.
Gibbs.
Rinka.
Yips.
Rinishu Habya. Jasanay.
Spino? Yeah, fruits.
Krabal Rinka.
After the lecture wraps up, the class moves into the hands-on clay activity. And honestly, this is where things get really cute. Everyone gets their own little lump of clay. She starts forming this vase. Nothing fancy, but you can tell she's putting her whole heart into it. Every time the clay wobbles, she steadies it. Every time it dents, she fixes it. It's slow, it's messy, but she's doing it. And the best part, she's growing super confident as it starts coming together. And she's thinking, hey, maybe I can do things. The room is full of chatter as classmates work on their creations, and Tabitha is right there in the mix, relaxed, present, and actually enjoying herself. For someone who felt completely crushed a few days ago, this little clay vase is turning into a pretty big win. Now Tabitha is glazing the vase. Once she's done, she'll pop it into the kiln with everyone else's pieces. And honestly, I think she's going to be excited to see how it turns out. This little project is giving her something she really needed. All right, moment of truth. Tabitha's vase is finally coming out of the kiln. And there it is, her vase, all glazed and finished. And honestly, it looks good. Okay, so the museum is supposed to be this calm, intellectual space, right? But some members of the cheer team have decided it's the perfect place to debate yesterday's first practice in synchronization like it's a Supreme Court case. And then there's Tabitha, who is very much here in body only. She hasn't really talked to Cameron all week. A couple of quick conversations at school, nothing more. And every time she thinks about him, her stomach does that little flip like she's on a roller coaster she didn't agree to ride. And then, oh no way, right on cue. And there he is, the human embodiment of her entire week's worth of overthinking. Tabitha approaches Cameron. Trying to sound offhand, Tabitha says, "So, I didn't get into the cheer team?" And there it is. Cameron replies, "Wait, seriously? They didn't pick you?" Tabitha's frustration finally cracks through her calm facade. "I mean, I tried. I really tried." Cameron takes her to one side. He reaches up, brushing a loose strand of hair away from her face. He leans in and gives her a gentle, reassuring kiss. Not dramatic, not showy, just soft, sincere, and exactly what she needed. Tabitha exhales, a long, quiet sigh. For the first time all week, she looks peaceful. She is so glad to have finally told Cameron. All right, guys, so tonight we're taking a little detour from Tabitha's chaos because her sister Latosha has decided she needs a night out. And look who she brought with her. Ifa. Yep, she said it was casual. She claims it was casual, but we all know better. Latasha grabs a plate of the free festival food. Something spicy enough to impress, but not spicy enough to ruin the night. She sits down and Oifi joins her. They're gossiping about work now. Classic bonding move.
Hey, Finn.
Latasha decides to go for it and starts flirting with her to test the waters. And Ivy, she doesn't miss a beat. She flirts right back, smooth as anything, like she's been waiting for Latasha to make the first move.
Pliva Paniv Ebony Flurba
Latasha sees the soft breeze drifting through the festival stalls. The temperature has dipped just enough to feel refreshing. That perfect in-between where you don't need a jacket, but you're glad you didn't wear shorts. Honestly, she says, this weather is doing exactly what it wants tonight. The wind is carrying the smell of spices and street food with it.
Voom. Fibna, Fina.
Latasha decides she needs to loosen up a little, so she heads over to the bar stall and orders 2 glasses of wine. She's trying to look casual about it, but there's definitely a tiny sparkle of, okay, I'm doing this in her eyes. She's got that mix of nerves and excitement, the kind where you pretend you're just grabbing drinks, but really you're hyping yourself up for whatever comes next. The vendor pours out the wine and sets it on the bar, and that's when it happens. Some random festival goer swoops by, grabs one of the glasses, like it's part of the free samples. She stares after them for a beat, then bursts out laughing. That slightly unhinged laugh you do when the universe tests you and you refuse to fail the vibe check. She shakes her head, turns back to the vendor and says, "Yeah, I'm gonna need another one."
Penavi Baima Merkit. Huh? Chilu.
Ebenor Saquinario Smurgs Shumba Smurgs Unga Navy Saquinario Sipane Frost Sinoshe Narfa Fazoo Wiftana Bay.
Did someone just steal your wine? Oifa asks. Yes, they did. But I overcame adversity. I adapted. I survived, Latasha responds. You know, she says, I didn't think I'd be fighting for my life over a glass of wine tonight, but here we are. Honestly, she adds, if the universe wanted to test me tonight, it should have picked something harder than wine theft.
Ulak Yemful Apolachaba Snaby Saquinario
Broody Vibadeso. Bradzinu Slinchi. Barleen Yorid. Rinka Shalbo. Spobani. Jessene.
Apolachaba
Latasha listens to Aifi talking, trying to play it cool even though her heart is doing little flips. Aif's voice has that soft, thoughtful tone she uses when she's being completely honest, and it pulls Latasha in without her even noticing. Latasha hesitates for half a second, weighing the risk, then decides she's done holding back. She steps to one side, giving them a little space, and Aifi follows with a curious look. Latasha leans in and kisses her softly. It's warm, careful, and full of the courage it took to make the first move. For a moment, everything else fades. After working all day, Latasha feels the tiredness settling into her shoulders and turns to Aifa. For fun, I'm taking some food home for Tabitha. She'll think it's a treat, and honestly, it'll save us a bit of money too.
Gibbs.
Vemboy Barovi. Gungane Ansa.
They walk over to the table of food and pack a few things into lunch bags. When they're done, Latasha steps forward and gives Aifa a gentle hug goodbye, warm, lingering just long enough to show she means it. Then she heads home, ready to drop into bed and finally get some sleep. Alright guys, welcome back. So today Tabitha arranged a meeting with the girls at the rec centre. And yes, she's actually up early for once. Crystal and Zoe have cheer practice later, so Tabitha suggested they meet in the morning to run a dance routine. And honestly, everyone jumped on it. So Crystal told Tabitha that she is a good dancer, she just didn't show enough of it in the audition. And Tabitha took that personally in the best way possible. She stayed up putting together a whole routine and wants to film it today. Zoe and Crystal were like, yes, absolutely, we're in. Everly said she'd come for moral support, which apparently means sitting down and judging everyone's flexibility. So Tabitha's showing them the routine she made. She's breaking down the steps, counting the beats. Zoe is having the time of her life practicing the moves. And honestly, she brings the exact energy Tabitha needs. Crystal's in full coach mode, giving feedback like sharpen that turn and hit that beat harder.
Street lights flicker, I'm out here wishing. Remembering your smile is my only mission. You the queen, I admit it, no competition. Heart locked tight, girl, you the only vision. Days run past, but the fire don't dim. Dreaming of your laugh, that sweet little hymn. Holding you close, that's my only win. We built this strong, let the real begin.
You know I'm waiting, wanting your embrace.
Oh, and here comes the cheer team. They've got the whole squad rolling in, ready to rehearse for the basketball match. Tabitha notices the new members too, Kaylin, Greta and Haja. And honestly, everyone seems to be in really good spirits. Tabitha watches for a moment, taking it all in. But she can feel that little sting again, so she decides to head out. She had a great morning, she filmed an amazing routine, and she wants to hold on to that feeling instead of comparing herself. Good call, honestly. So Tabitha's tucked away in the media studio now, with Everly keeping her company, importing all the clips from this morning. She had such a fun time dancing with Zoe and Crystal, and as she's watching the playback, it hits her. This is the version of her that should have shown up at the audition. Confident, expressive, actually enjoying herself. Crystal's back from rehearsals. She slips in quietly, like she doesn't want to break Tabitha's concentration. She starts chatting with Everly instead, keeping her voice low so she doesn't disturb Tabitha's focus. It's actually really sweet. Crystal's giving Tabitha space, but she still wanted to come check in. And she's done. Tabitha's officially finished the edit and uploaded the video. She looks so proud of herself, and honestly, she should be. That routine turned out way better than she expected. The girls decide to head home, tired, sweaty, but in really good spirits. Later that evening, Tabitha meets up with Cameron at the cinema in Copperdale. Cameron heads straight to the ticket kiosk to buy the tickets, while Tabitha wanders over to the vending machine to get some drinks. They then head into the theatre. It's quiet, warm, and the lights are already dim as they find their seats. After such a long, busy day, dancing, filming, editing, this is exactly what Tabitha needed. Just a calm evening, a good film, and someone she feels comfortable around.
Fumu, Kwazaru, Jongi, Jarb.
Larzini Pomeroy. You threw ya. Clem. Stulane. Rasa.
Vanilla. Eva Moy.
Fella balloon. Harpy.
Floima Sharnu.
So Cameron and Tabitha go for something to eat at the thrift and bubble tea store. Tabitha decides this is the perfect time to talk fitness because she knows he's on the basketball team. And listen, she's trying, okay? She's trying to be relatable. So this place is basically two stores duct taped together. Half cheap clothing store, half bubble tea shop. It's Tabitha's first time here, and she absolutely loves it. Tabitha then asks Cameron if he can help her train. He agrees and offers to go jogging with her, at which point she immediately negotiates bubble tea as a reward. And here's the cute part. He actually opens up, says training keeps him grounded, that he likes feeling strong. He tells her about conditioning, strength work, mobility, and Tabitha's response like she understands any of those words.
Oh, Tinkwell.
Banale. Bipitem Quexanas, Sycophus. Revsig Moibim Fanjo. Wranglar. Muggery.
She makes a little joke, and he just watches her for a second, like he's storing the moment. That's the jester in him. He loves joy, loves silliness, and loves when someone else joins him in that playful space. Their conversation drifts into easy, playful territory, light teasing, shared glances, the kind of back and forth that feels effortless. The air between them warms, not with anything dramatic, but with the quiet awareness that they're enjoying each other's company. Chance Piers Cameron's longtime friend and Carey's brother is mid-date with Greta, one of the newest members of the cheer team. They call them over to join them. As they sit, the atmosphere changes again. Livelier now, louder, the energy shifting from quiet chemistry to a more social, unpredictable mix. Tabitha slips easily into the new dynamic, chatting with Chance and Greta. There is now a blend of playful banter, overlapping conversations, and the warm, easy comfort of friends.
Ours is. Wadissa Bonita.
Nibana? Yibs yibs. Funcilia dress.
Brad's new sminchi. Barlene Yorid.
Right, so we're back at Tabitha's house. Cameron and Tabitha are saying goodbye to each other. Let's give them a moment. It looks like Cameron is flying high in the clouds now. He will be daydreaming about Tabitha's electrifying touch for a while. It's late, and I think it's about time Tabitha said goodnight and headed to bed.
Yashona. Pamib Tivar. Oh, Yadaboo. Swobif in Arva. Yemful. Fanjib Zaphis Hivora.
Rogaba.
It's been an eventful day, and a goodbye on the doorstep that lingered longer than either of them planned. All of it has settled into her like a warm weight, pulling her into deep, dreamless rest. That's the end of this episode, so please like and subscribe and tune in for the next one.